Lufthansa tickets have never been more expensive than now. Staff is telling that they are scare-driven. That is at least what a German magazine, Focus and Spiegel, are reporting today or yesterday. SAS, Scandinavian Airlines, is having trouble to getting finances in order. Swedish government wants to skip the boat, or skip the plane, I should say, in this case, and they want to get out of Scandinavian Airlines. Singapore Airlines KrisFlyer is increasing the prices for the awards 10%, which means a devaluation of the program and the end of paid award stopover. My name is Lars. I'm here to bring you more miles, more points, more status. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, leave us a like here, and of course the notification bell. You should just click that you get the notification when we are bringing you more miles, more points, more status, your daily dose, like I used to say. So comment and bring us your like, please, so that we can grow on YouTube more with our brand new channel. Thank you for your support. And the support the people expect from Lufthansa is there as well to mention. What do they expect? I mean, when you pay for a ticket 22,000 euros and more, which is the flight, actually the most expensive flight of Lufthansa from Frankfurt to San Francisco as a return ticket in first class, then you want champagne, you want caviar, you want all the shishi. But the people are complaining that the service is not there anymore as it used to be from Lufthansa. Even employees are telling to the Spiegel magazine that it is a leading ground crew. And she says, let me translate it, you are not, you're too scared to say something, you are too scared to decide for the customers, because you are fearing consequences. That is what she basically said. And she says that especially the new pricing when it comes to seating and economy light shows from the 21st on that you have to pay 25 euros or more to get a seat when you have economy light ticket. Shows how Lufthansa likes their customers. One former member of the Lufthansa executive committee said Lufthansa has to learn to love their customers. In between, I had the feeling they understood. Now I have no feeling about Lufthansa. I don't know, but let me know what you think. Even in the article, they mentioned that for the valued Horn Circle member, which means 600,000 miles in 2 years, consecutive years, which is 3 times more than a senator, or if you put it per yearly, then it would be 6 times more, but we have to say 3 times. Even there, they start to save money. And what they tell as an proof for their theory, that for the duckies, you know, when you are in the first class lounge, you get duckies. And these duckies you have to ask for. I mean, I don't remember even since 2004 when I became the first time Horn Circle that I got them just with a snip. Even now when I ask politely, they give me one. So no big problem. You get them only when you go bathing. Then there's next to the bathtub one. In the shower, but honestly, not everyone wants a ducky. And due to COVID, I think you would want a fresh one, oh, don't you? And if in the shower somebody is not taking it, hey, but there are bigger problems in my opinion. Then they say that in other forums, the people are complaining about Lufthansa quality. They say that the service on board is not as good as it used to be. The food, the champagne and everything. Please let me know what you think. Is it going downhill with Lufthansa? Let us go down as well below the show notes. There you can leave your comment and let us know if you had bad experiences with Lufthansa in recent times. I mean, there are here and there, of course, some problems, but in my opinion, if there's no first class check-in, then you go to business class check-in in Delhi or Singapore, where it happened now once or twice. I don't know if it's a regular new thing. Hey, is this a problem, or do you say, for that money, I want it? But on the other side, the aircrafts are full, and so Lufthansa is not doing too much wrong, in my humbled opinion. I'm looking forward to your words what you have to say and if it's your impression as well. Scandinavian Airlines is in the crisis, and that is no secret. That is so publicly known. When Anko van der Werf came to the Scandinavian Airlines as CEO from South American Airlines, I think Avianca it was, he said that they are fighting for their life. But now the Swedish government said they don't want to be anymore 21% in charge of this Scandinavian Airlines project. I call it project. And they want to reduce the ownership consequently. So the Minister of Trade and Industry, Karl-Petter Thorwaldsson, announced that the government, as a responsible owner, will create opportunities to buy and to provide support for the crisis plan. But the state will reduce its ownership, or maybe they are jumping the boat, maybe they're jumping the aircraft like the Norwegians did in 2018. And they want to attempt to save the debt-laden company. The crisis plan, SAS Forward, has been developed, and according to it, around 20 billion, which is 1 zero less, that is 2 billion euros, in various types of loan and leasing agreements will be converted into share capital. And then they want to take 950 million in capital contribution to invest in the future. To invest in the future they have to do, because a lot of aircraft, the 330s, are not flying anymore as much to Asia as they used to be, because Asian routes are dead. China, of course, and then the Russian airspace closure is a real problem for them as well. They are trying to do it now with the 321 XLRs or LRs first. I don't know what the states are always thinking about airlines. I mean, everybody knows that if you want to have, if you want to be a millionaire, you have to be a billionaire and invest into an airline. Then you lose money. That is a public known fact, that airlines are not a profit center 100%, and that they are in the crisis always the first who got hit and the last who are benefiting. But now they are benefiting, as we see when you go to the airport, Stockholm Arlanda, for example. You see how busy the airport is. Even today, friends told me today that there were 4 hours waiting time in the morning when they tried to reach the aircraft. Fast track was a little bit faster, I think it was 1 hour something. But please comment if you have any news in regards to that. For me, it's always saddening when governments lose interest in airlines, because that is always challenging for airlines to get then the new business model working. In that case, I hope that SAS, that they will make it. Myself being a diamond, and I like the service somehow. I got used to it, even it is sometimes difficult to like Scandinavian Airlines when it comes to service, when you see how crowded the lounges are. But that is the times. It's what it is. Looking forward to your comment. Then we have a news about Aeroflot 330, which was seized in Colombo, Sri Lanka. The court decided there's a problem with the documentation, that you have the seizing order in writing properly. And they say that there was some political pressure as well. And then for Sri Lankan, it was the way to do it that way, that they said, yeah, the paperwork is not properly, and the 330 has to be returned to Aeroflot. So the plane is already flying back to Moscow. Maybe it landed already when you're watching it. And especially what I have to say is, it is interesting that AirCap, and that is the lessor of the aircraft, just did bite off on granite and had no chance to get the aircraft back and the money which they have to get from Aeroflot for the aircraft. I mean, it's an older aircraft, it's nothing new. But still, the aircraft is owned or in the possession of Aeroflot. Do I see it? How long they had this particular aircraft? It was with the registration Romeo Alpha 73702, and I don't see how long the aircraft was, but it was a little bit longer already in the Aeroflot fleet. But we'll see. The aircraft is returning home, and that chapter is closed now. Another chapter which is open for Boeing and for Airbus is the shortage of parts. And now they have a problem with a part which is just a couple of cents value. 737 MAX production had to be interrupted for a couple of weeks, even when I see it, 10 days. Properly, because they didn't have this part. They didn't mention what part it is, but it was coming from China, and China was partly under lockdown due to COVID and the zero COVID strategy. Another topic which is hot in the chain for getting stuff is titanium. Titanium is a product that airlines, of course, when they buy aircrafts, need in their aircrafts. It makes them light. Yes, it's like the carbon fiber. So Boeing, I think, was the first one who said we don't use any more titanium from Russia, but Airbus still said, no, we need the titanium. Somehow they have their way to get it still. They increased the amount of titanium they have on stock. That is what the Airbus CEO Guillaume Faury said in April to the Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung, a German newspaper. But that is another problem, what you see, what happens when there are tensions in the world. And I hope that they will have a solution for that very soon as well. A solution for you, if you're collecting with KrisFlyer, with Singapore Airlines, is to use the points and miles you have already collected. Why? Because they're increasing the amount you have to pay for your free flights. What does it mean? Devaluation. Yeah, that is the problem. I always tell people, hey, when you have a bank account, of course, put the money, save money, but you say you get low interest nowadays. So it makes no sense. And the same is with aviation points and miles. When you put them into your account while you're earning them, you have to burn them. It's always the old slogan from Flyer Talk. I know it. It's not my saying, but I read it early days in when I started in Flyer Talk, and it is burn while you earn, because you don't get interest on points, you don't get nothing except you lose value. And here in that case, you see that you are losing value, that the awards are getting more expensive, and we have this devaluation. The reasons to redempt levels and stop of revisions, that is in English properly, revisions to redemption levels and stop over feature. As part of our ongoing review of the KrisFlyer program, we will be revising the miles and required for flight redemptions and upgrade with effect of 5th of July, so coming soon. And the award adjustment, an average increase of 10%. Award and upgrade levels on Singapore Airlines flight, on flights of partners, of course, and in Star Alliance. So that is the problem. It is it's for upgrades and award flights. So it's for both, 10% less value for you. And then there's a revision of the stopover option for redemption bookings. Stopovers for eligible redemption bookings ticketed on or after the 1st of August 2022 will be limited to a maximum of 30 days. Complementary stopovers exceeding 30 days, as well as the paid stopover option, will no longer be available for tickets issued on or after the 1st of August. Yeah, the reason for it is taking into account higher cost, necessary to ensure KrisFlyer program remains sustainability. We are committed to providing our members with more ways to earn and redeem miles, both in the air and on the ground, blah, blah, blah. So it's a complete devaluation, and Ryan Puya, who's the Vice President Loyalty Marketing, signed the letter. Check your inbox. It seems that Singapore Airlines has to do this adjustment because people did make too much use of it, and so they think that they have misused it in their opinion. But as it's legal, it cannot be a misuse. Here comes the slogan from Lufthansa, in my opinion, to mind, and say everything gets worse. SQ has been sinking in the aspects, and that is not a surprising feature. You see now from airlines that they decrease the cost for them by increasing the cost for us. And that is why I say, when you have miles and points, burn them while you have them. Don't put them too much into advance into the account. It's the same when they sell miles and points. Only do it when you have a use case, in my opinion. When you see, for example, from Istanbul to Southeast Asia, there it's even 15% more. It goes from 49,000 points to 56,500 points, 56,500 points. So, but is it surprising for you? Is it something you expected, or are you disappointed? I'm looking forward to your comments. in the comment section. And if you liked the show today, do not forget to like us, especially subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications when we gave you the daily dose of more miles, more points, and more status. Thank you for being part of the show today. Frequent Traveler TV Takeoff, today's episode. Looking forward to see you tomorrow and bring you the latest for your daily dose. Bye.